All right. Hello, hello. We're going to be working on our colored pencil techniques, and I want to show you some recommendations as you're using colored pencils for the first time in a very professional way. We're going to get out of our kindergarten mode when we used to color things in with colored pencils, and we're gonna get real artsy with this stuff. Now we got your basic color set right there. And what I want you to remember is that we always want to think of L, okay? L is going to stand for light, as in working light to dark, okay? And also light pressure, and also layers. You want to work in layers as you're working with colored pencil, okay? Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to use our color pencils in such a harsh way where we push really hard right away with our color pencil. And basically, we are digging into the tooth of the paper. And these things are made of wax. And basically, the paper absorbs that wax until it can't take anymore. By pushing really hard right away, we are exhausting the tooth of the paper and we're not allowing the paper to absorb any more color. And now we're just stuck with this color right here. Okay. And color pencils are really beautiful because we can layer them in really beautiful ways and make interesting, rich colors that kind of have like an energy to them. So we want to stay away from that. Now, we want to think about more so working in layers. It's okay to eventually, push harder, but you don't want to push so hard on your pencils right away. You want to layer up colors so that you can create beautiful color. Now, when it comes to this, okay, and these little blends of colors we're going to do, we want to work from light to dark. And for this part, I just want you to use your basic, like rainbow colors, okay? So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, okay? Um, and I want you to, let's go through our whole color, basically our color wheel, but we're doing it in a straight line. Red, red, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, violet, blue, and violet. And remember, light to dark. We want to work from light to dark, okay? So when we're filling in these colors here, or whenever we're working with our colors, we want to start with the lighter color first when we're blending colors together. So if we're going to start anywhere on here, we should start with the lightest color. Well, out of the lightest color, what's the lightest color of these? It's definitely going to be yellow, okay? And eventually you're going to blend yellow and make yellow orange and yellow green. And I want you to start with yellow. I'll show you why. If I'm trying to make yellow orange and I put a bunch of orange down first, I'm not even pushing that hard down on the orange. And then I try to put some yellow on top. Well, that orange is a little darker, it's a little stronger. It absorbed into the paper first, and now the paper doesn't have room for the yellow to really shine as well. Okay, so you want to work light to dark, so light color first, and also work in layers. So if I'm making a color like yellow orange, I start with yellow, nice and lightly, okay, light pressure. I'm working in layers. Okay, and I'm going to keep going back and forth, working lightly. Okay, and I'm doing this until my eye goes, hey, that looks pretty good. I think we've created yellow-orange, okay? See? That's plain yellow. That's orange, and we got that nice color in between. Actually, I think I could make a little bit more. There we go. So you work in light layers and you build up to create these beautiful color blends, okay? So that's what you're going to do on here. And it has everything labeled for us. So we'll start with yellow, and then you can work your way to the left. So I would start with yellow and then layer some yellow and orange and layer them up. Then move over to orange and then red, orange, and red. Okay. And then these other boxes here also tell you how they want you to layer your colors. So for example, just tells me red and green. And we're going to work up. Okay, and we're going to create a nice blend of red and green. I felt that red looks a little lighter than green, so I decided to start with red. Okay, and then I'm going to continue to layer these. I'm not going to push too hard on these right away, because again, I don't want to damage the paper. I don't want to exhaust the tooth of the paper and not be able to blend beautiful colors together. And then as I'm going, I could push a little harder as I go, but I'm still layering. You want to do this so that you can create beautiful, rich colors. Now, again, it's okay for you to eventually exhaust your paper and to push a little harder as you're going, but you always want to work in layers because you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to damage anything. And you want to allow yourself some space within the tooth of that paper to blend colors together. Okay, so that's one. And as we see, when our colors come together in the middle, our complementary colors, they really neutralize each other. So I'm getting almost like a grayish color in the middle. It's neutralizing itself. Okay, so we'll go over together how to do these in class. Okay, but I have an example. There's an example right there of how to do this. Okay, so that's a great example. Notice they built up the colors are blending well, and eventually they built up the colors so they're nice and rich, and we really see them. Okay, they're vibrant, they're rich, they built up the layers of the waxiness of the colored pencils, and they're very beautiful. So that's how to do the colored pencil techniques. Never forget. Never forget. Here. L for working light to dark, light pressure, and then layers. Work in layers. And that's it.